Hughes, after a semi-positive start, it's a real tough one to take, isn't it?
Yeah, look, we've gone in there at the end, and it's a massive learning curve for all the players, whether you're senior, young, and it's a bitter one to swallow. You know, it's a cup that we take seriously. Disappointed for the fans, for the club, but as individuals as well. You know, after a positive start, you know, I don't really think we necessarily got going. The play was a bit laboured, slow. Standards that we've set ourselves as a group weren't there, and that's for, I've just said it in there, you know, you've got to go away and look in the mirror as an individual and as a collective, and look, if you dwell on things too much, and it can carry on, but look, you've got to bounce back from it. We've got a Boxing Day fixture that we're looking forward to now.
What do you think contributed to such a performance that we did put out there?
It's a tough one, and I'm not going to by any stretch blame work ethic, or because we've not got a group like that. For whatever reason, it didn't click, and that's for individuals to reflect back on their own performances, and I will do the same. What we can do better as a group, because look, you can never. That's one thing you can't say about this group, is that we don't work hard. But I think tonight we didn't work smart. They came and they worked hard. They were a group. They were together. Credit to them, because they did. They had better quality in the right areas, and again, that's for us to put right. Can't change it. 90 minutes has passed. It's a game that we wanted to do well in, and we wanted to put on a show and get to the next round. It hasn't happened, but we've got to go away now and make that right and put it right on Boxing Day.
Obviously, there were several outstanding factors, I think, through the match. Obviously, losing 3 of your back 4 before 56 minutes is not an ideal thing to have. Obviously, yourself fell sort of forfeited your attacking sense to bring you back into the back line, something that we believe now you've done before. How difficult was them sort of circumstances?
Yeah, it's never ideal, you know, to lose players through injury or what have you, and we just obviously we hope it's not too serious with Bobby. Hams has been struggling obviously with a little bit of illness, and there's a little bit in the camp, but look, I'm not one to hide behind excuses. We're more than capable. I've played at centre half before. We've got players capable of playing multiple positions, and regardless of where you play on the pitch, the minimum that you give is work rate, and you play for that badge. And I don't think enough did that. Work smart or have that intensity that we're used to seeing. And again, regardless whether I'm centre half, centre forward, and other players are playing in different positions, we still have the quality to be able to take it to teams, and we didn't do that. We let the game pass us by for far too long.
As it's Christmas, let's sort of spin away from that. Let's have a positive ending, starting with your goal. All the game aside, let's just focus on your goal, a beautifully taken header. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, I pride myself on that. I love getting in the box, love scoring my headers, love getting crosses in, feed me, as the saying goes, and any striker's the same, you know, whether it's Hans, Hardy, Tomo. I see the ball develop over to Deegs. He's put it in an area, a beautiful cross for me to attack, and I've got a sweet connection with it. It's a good header, and it's another one, you know, for the tally. So that is a positive. And look, we have to remain positive. There were elements in the game where, you know, that we can take away as positives, but I think the biggest thing we need to take away from today is going and looking in the mirror, reflecting back on individual performances, not blame, just look back on your own performances, what you can do better, and put it right. And I will obviously finish my message as wishing all the supporters, the fans, and everyone associated with the club a very Merry Christmas, and look forward to seeing everyone on Boxing Day.
Just to reflect as well on the past couple of days, if you didn't want to score a beautiful header tonight, you scored a beautiful volley or half volley on Saturday. Just talk us through that goal as well, because it's getting a lot of plaudits at the minute, and rightly so.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a difficult one after the penalty miss, and I'm a firm believer on mentality. I've put a lot of effort into my mentality in the last couple of years, and a big believer of the bounce back ability, and I was just delighted to be able to get on the end of it. And as soon as I've kind of got half a yard and got across my man, I was always going to shoot, and luckily it's flown in the top corner, and I've made amends for the earlier miss, and I'm delighted that it sealed a 1-0 victory. It put us 11 points clear in a healthy position going into the Christmas period. But look, there's 19 games left, and we'll do what we've done all season and take it one game at a time, and hopefully there's many more goals to come.
And just even reflecting more, we want to talk about the year as a whole, but you've only been here since June.
Yeah.
When you first put pen to paper with us. 25 goals now.
Yeah.
16 league goals, so obviously puts you top of the top scorers tree, shall we say, going into the festive period. Just reflect on sort of your start with Worksop, because I'm not sure what your numbers have been in the past in terms of goals, but it's certainly been an impressive beginning. Yeah,
I mean, look, I'm not going to hide behind the fact this is the best season I've had, especially goal scoring wise, and I put a lot of that down to belief from the management, belief from my teammates, quality of my teammates, because at the end of the day, if I don't get the crosses or the passes or whatever it may be, I don't score goals. So a lot of credit goes to them, and luckily I've worked hard to get to where I am now. I feel in good physical condition, mentally stable, and again I've got a lot of praise and thanks to give to the club, the chairman, the manager, the staff, because their support's been absolutely outstanding. And on top of that, the fans, I can't not mention them. You know, I've got a lot of respect for the fans. The support's incredible, not just for me, but for the whole lads, and they're almost like a 12th man for us. And I think all them factors mixed together gives you a massive chance as a striker to, you know, get more goals, because when the confidence is flying and you put yourself in the right areas, you give yourself the best chance to score.
And finally, you mentioned already about a bounce back ability in terms of the penalty miss and then going on to score the winner against second in the league. We're going to have to do that now to turn a loss in the cup, albeit into Boxing Day against Carlton. Firstly, what do we need to do to bounce back? And also, if we do bounce back and get that win, we equal a club record set in 2019 with 18 consecutive league victories. How do we need to bounce back, and how proud would you be to see us over the line?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing for me with any setback is that mentality to get straight back on it. You know, we're not going to hide behind anything. I think with every performance, you're in the limelight, so to speak. So you're there to be shot at. The unbeaten run, if you like, I don't see it as coming to an end as such. Look, we've been in this position before. Let's not hide behind that. You know, we got beat by Leek, lost to Alvechurch in the FA Cup. So we've been in this position before and we've done it. And it's having a belief in you as an individual, the confidence to one bad game doesn't make you a bad team, doesn't make you a bad player as an individual. So it's about regaining that focus, and let's not hide behind the fact we set out to win this league. We set out to get promoted from this league. So let's go and have a right go at it. You know, we've got the characters in there to get around each other. We believe in each other. We believe in ourselves. The management, right from the very top, chairman, fans, manager, staff, everything is going to make sure that we get right back on that path. We'll prepare right. We'll identify where we went wrong tonight. We'll address it. We'll make sure we put it right on the 26th. I think it's quite easy to go over and over what went wrong and what you're going to do about. Listen, action speaks louder than words, and rest assured we will be putting it right on the 26th.